A demo of the 6-minute walk test app and its a new version. So this update should be coming out to you guys soon. Let's have a look here. This is the iPad demo. There is an iPhone demo, but it's pretty much the same. Now I'm going to do a demo of the male client who is about to attend some cardiac rehab. He's diabetic, and so that would make it his initial assessment. So other than, a bit of an icon change, let's head into the app and see for yourself. Now, as you can see here, you've got your main panel. These indicators here tell you which page you're on. So if you swipe backwards and forwards, on your right-hand panel you've got the stopwatch, and that can as like so. Okay. I'm just going to leave that running, and yeah, we'll get into it. And the left-hand button has the navigation menu hidden underneath, so you can go back home, rate the app. You've got the iPhone demo, this iPad demo, and the contact panel there. So, and a few little extras here as well. So let's get into that. So let's fill it in like we usually do with our keypad here. Let's go next. Heart rate. Let's go 80. Next, we'll go blood pressure 150. And we'll go systolic. Say 80. Alright, let's pop that keyboard down. Now, as you can see, you've got these tools here which relate to the board scale. So every time you see a little wrench icon, that means there's a tool there to help you fill out the box here. So you've got your select tools here, which are great. So that's a new change as well. So trying to be unobtrusive but also accessible. So you'd ask the client, hey, how fatigued are you right now before the 6-minute walk test? Let's just say 0.5 for now. And the same with shortness of breath, and nothing at all for, which is a 6 for the rate of perceived exertion. So you've got your Borg scales pretty handy there on the iPad. And if they're diabetic, you can put in a blood sugar. So after that's all done, so let's swipe on next. So always try and fill in, the aim of the game is really to try and fill in all the information so you get a really good full report. So this is, we're up to the predict distance where we need our client's biometrics. Let's say 180, let's say 70, and let's say let's say if you knew the age, you put in whatever age that person is, but just to showcase the age calculator, let's open that up. Let's put in a date here, and let's press go. And that is the same as pressing the get age button, which is pretty cool. So once that's all done, we can go back, and let's added our age in there. And now that we've got our height, weight, and age for that person, we can calculate the predicted distance. So there it is there. And let's go down. So always follow the form down and answer the question. So the next question is this an initial or an exit assessment? So if you don't know what that means, you go over and you go, well, what is that? And it has a few little hints here. Alright, so because our client in this certain scenario is about to start cardiac rehab, this is going to be the initial assessment. And we get a little pop-up box there that tells us, hey, it's been added to the initial assessment, which we'll have a look at later. So that's all filled out. Let's swipe next. So this is where you're starting to, get your patient outside, explain the test a little bit. But in the meantime, you can also calculate the client's distance while he's walking up and down. So you can actually, if you look here, you've got a lap button. And it'll actually add the laps as you go. Alright, so let's add it manually, which is also good. And let's calculate the client's distance. Okay, and let's add in some partial laps. Okay, so not every patient is going to make a full lap so we've got to add in those partials there. Let's add that in. Excellent. And let's ask ourselves the next thing, which is this an initial or exit assessment? So every time it's asked, always answer with initial or exit, and it'll tell you that it's been added in. Okay, so that's all done. Let's check our timer. Look at that. So it's nice, hidden away, but you can always check it so you can fill out these fields here, the oxygen and the heart rate. So I'm just going to fill this in with some dummy data. Alright, just quickly, just to showcase what it records. Okay, let's click back and let's swipe on over. So now this is the recovery stage, and I'm just going to do the same thing again, but let's make it 8s instead. So usually the way this would look is you're usually looking here to test, okay, that's 5 minutes now, so you usually go on with your normal instructions. Right. For every minute you usually record your oxygen and your heart rate, and if needed your blood pressure. But blood pressure is only usually recorded at the baseline at 6 minutes and at the 11th minute, or 5 minutes, which is 5 minutes after the 6-minute walk test. So that's all filled in. Let's swipe across. So now we're going to fill in the org scale ratings. So we'll ask our client, how short of breath are you or fatigued are you feeling now? Let's just put in a 3. Let's put in a 3, but you can always use these tools here to go, hey, how short of breath are you feeling? And we've got your tools all there for you. And the same with this as well. So we've got all your Borg scales that relate in your tools, and let's just pick 13. And let's say we do a blood sugar, and it's 8.5. Pop our keyboard down, make sure that's all nicely filled in. Yes, that's all correct. Let's swipe on over. So this is where the initial assessment is. And this is where the app calculates the percentage of the predicted distance, which is down here, which is basically your client's distance and the predicted distance. So let's calculate that now, and it's 97%. Excellent. So let's swipe on over. Now, the exit assessment is not needed today in this scenario, but it works exactly like the initial assessment. So let's swipe on over, and the changes between initial and exit assessment are basically just that. So if you had this all filled in, this all filled in, and you pressed calculate changes, it would fill in and calculate all the changes between the initial and exit assessments in meters of percentage, and the change between as well. So we're not going to do that today, so let's skip over that. And now we're on to our last page here, as you can see on the indicator. And let's answer the question, which type of report do you want to send? So the theme of today has been an initial assessment, so let's do that. And a pop-up box comes up and it says, hey, almost there, just fill in the rest and you're good to go. So basically we're just going to fill in these fields here. As you can see, we've got a patient ID, got a patient name. You can also use an alias like patient 1, patient 2, patient 0. You can put in the date of birth that we did. I'm not going to fill in an address. We've got our height and weight, which we should be able to get our BMI. So BMI is the next field. So let's put in our height and weight there. Let's put in our BMI there. And let's get the BMI. Perfect. Let's go back. And that's all added in. And let's also do a waist measurement. Let's say 94 centimeters. And I'm just going to make some gobbledygook comment there. And we've also got now our name, so well, my name, and the email that I'm going to send it to. And that's all done. So you can either press send in the top right hand or on the form at the bottom of the form there. So that's all filled in except for address, which is fine. And I think that's ready to go. So let's press send. And it says check, your email here for your 6-minute walk test report. So we press OK. Alright, so let's go check our email and see if it is there. So if you heard that notification, that's my phone, so it's just sent it now. Let's open up my email, and there it is. So that was just sent at 2:58. It is 2:58. So that's perfect, and let's view this report online. So I'm using Outlook, and there you have it, a nice, very generic, simple 6-minute walk test report. So it's all done within a few minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just to summarize there, so let's go back. You've got your side panel here, which if you need to go home, rate the app, view the demos again, or contact me for any reason, you can do that. And like it on Facebook, follow 6-minute walk test on Twitter, view my profile on LinkedIn, and again, send an email and rate the app. And you can go over to the left panel and look, it's only been about 10 minutes, and the test is all done. So that's pretty good. I'll leave you with that, and hopefully the update should be coming soon. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, that'd be great. Okay, take care. Bye.